I'm Diamond Dave, and this is Fighting at 40, the first episode of Fight Fuel MMA's first ever documentary series. In today's episode, I'm going to give a quick bio about myself, how I came to decide that I would have my first amateur MMA fight at 40 years of age, and what I'm going to do to get myself ready for it. But since that might not be the most interesting thing for everybody watching, I'm going to do it in voiceover while you get to watch me spar my friend and training partner, Andre Barquero, a mixed martial artist with a record of 7-2. Andre has a fight coming up, and he's the real deal, so go check him out on his Instagram. He's got a link to his last fight on there. It's well worth the watch. Before we get into today's viewing, I'm going to ask a favor out of you. I got a question for everybody. After watching this video, watch to the end and then tell me what you think. Do you think I should A, keep going and take an amateur MMA fight when I turn 40, B, stop immediately and forget about it, or C, I'm ready, take one tomorrow? Let me know in the comments section. Alright, let's roll it. Alright, we're back to the bag work here. See, Barquero and I are warming up side by side, getting ready to shed blood in the cage. Actually, we're fighting in a ring. Back to the stone cold killer face. I mean business here. And I haven't yet started sparring him, so I don't know what's in store for me. Here we go. I'm ready. Look at this, doing the fedor, smacking the chest and the head and all that. Barquero is ready as well. You can tell our records are a little different, but it should be good. Competitive fight. And we're at it. Immediately, I throw a naked kick and get taken down. And that was the story of both of the rounds we did. Way too many naked kicks, giving up the takedown way too easily, and really not being able to get up. He lets me up because, like I said before, he's a good training partner. He's letting me work a little, but he was pretty much controlling the pace from the get-go. That kick didn't look too bad, so nice we showed it 3 times. Wait, that was another one. So, by this point, we're only about a minute in, I'm already starting to get tired. I'm throwing a lot of kicks because for whatever reason they come easier to me than strikes with the hands and punches. And for my troubles, I'm getting countered, I'm getting my kicks caught, and I'm getting taken down. Also, if you see, I'm backing up a lot. Here we go, I enter into a terrible takedown. Outside trip to the mat. Once it goes to the ground, the vast skill level between Andre and me becomes very apparent because he is able to control me, and you gotta remember, he's not even really hitting me hard. These punches are just to remind me that this could be happening. If he really wanted to, he'd be raining down ground and pound, and this fight would have been finished much earlier than it was. So, I am doing my best. It's tough, to be honest. I mean, I wanted to get in here and go a couple rounds with a pro fighter, and I'm still very glad I did, because it was kind of a wake-up call. Remember that Corey Anderson quote, where he wins one of his fights? He's like, there's levels to this. There are levels to this. Because when I train jiu-jitsu, or when I do some striking work with another enthusiastic amateur like myself, I do okay. This is a whole different playing field. So we're in round 2, and you can see from my open mouth and heavy breathing that I am exhausted already. I'd say if any other takeaway is to be found from this session, it is that my cardio is nowhere near where it needs to be. There's things that you want to do, and you can feel the internal dialogue just saying, okay, I need to throw this whizzer on. I need to throw some shots to back him up. And your body literally tells you it is better to get punched in the face than exert any energy. It's a really strange feeling, not one that I particularly enjoy. I like being able to work at the pace that I want to, which when I try... Oh, look, I'm in on a leg. That was pretty good, right? Nope. Right back at it here. Andre lets me up again, and we're back at it. This is pretty close to the end of the second round, and I'm pretty close to being done here. It's tough to keep my hands up. Oh, you see that? I got one in, and we showed it twice, so that counts as 2. But really, the energy level is low. Now again, I want to emphasize, Andre is letting me work here. And I'm doing my best, and it is not very good. Really, at this point, I'm just kind of fighting from like pride, like I don't want to go out like this. But at some point right about here, I don't know. I don't recall deciding to drop to my back, but I guess that's what I did. Honestly, I think it was just kind of instinctual. Like, I feel more comfortable on the ground. I'd rather be on bottom on ground than standing, and that is never the way to go when you're having an MMA bout, apparently, because you wind up getting head and arm choked and tapped out. There it is. So, alright. Biggest takeaways from my first sparring session with a professional fighter is that I am not ready. But I feel like if I keep training, dedicate myself to it, and keep working the same way I have been working at jiu-jitsu, that I can get better and I can get myself ready enough to take a fight. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep training. I'm going to keep trying to get the best, the highest level training partners that I can, and we're going to keep getting footage. We're going to do workout videos. We're going to do diet videos. I'll give you some stats on like my weight, max bench, or some nonsense like that. A lot more content coming at you. Once again, I want to thank Andre Barquero for taking the time to work with me for this video. Andre has a fight coming up in Combateglobal. And I think I said it before, but if you go to his Instagram page, he's got the link to his last fight up, and it's definitely worth the watch. It was a war. He came out with his hand raised. I highly recommend the viewing. And we've actually got more Andre Barquero content coming out. We did an interview with him regarding his upcoming fight and my much further down the line upcoming fight, and the guy crushed it on the mic. So make sure you tune back to us and check that interview out. Thanks again, Andre. And tune back. We're going to have new Fighting at 40 videos out every couple weeks. So we're going to go and start the second one. And we will see you then. Peace.